I just wanted to remind everybody to be respectful when you're here. The park is for everyone's use. We want to keep everything clean and safe. An important aspect of Generations Park is keeping kids focused on healthy and fun activities and away from negative influences like drugs, alcohol, smoking, vaping, marijuana. So all of those things are not allowed here. That's just to support our kids and keep the area safe and fun for them. I mean, not just the kids, it's an area for everyone. So like right across the road, we have the senior center. So our elders are here every day and they use the walking trail, they eat in the pavilion. And also right within the park is the diabetes center, and they have the teen clubhouse where they do activities. They're using the park often. So, you know, there's a lot of people here of all ages, and it's just important, you know, to keep all of those negative influences away so that it can be enjoyable for everyone. So in the playground area, we like to keep food and drinks out because if anything gets spilled or is dropped, it can attract bees, it can attract pests. It also can grow like mold or bacteria in the playground. So it's really a health and safety issue for the kids, especially like the really sugary drinks or like candy. Even just candy wrappers, they can still attract ants. And we're trying really hard to keep pesticides and like other chemicals out of the playground. That's also for the safety of the kids. And so prevention is really the best way. So we're just trying to keep all the food and drinks out for now. In the beginning of summer, we did have some vandalism and property damage here at the park. I wanted to just remind people that we have the rules for the park is to keep everything nice and in working order and, you know, keep the park usable for everyone's enjoyment. So it's important, you know, just to keep an eye on your kids, keep an eye on them when they're in the bathroom so they're not, you know, wrecking the bathrooms. We also had a few issues with just like vandalism, like kids, it wasn't spray paint, but they had like markers and they were writing on the walls or writing in the lacrosse box. And they, sometimes it was like inappropriate things that we had to, you know, we had to take the time and the energy to clean it up and remove it because it was inappropriate. So I just wanted to send a reminder to people to remember, you know, keep an eye on your kids and just remind them to be respectful of the park and all of the facilities here. So the speed limit here on Margaret Terrence Memorial Way is only 20 miles per hour, and that is because there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of people walking their pets, and because we have a lot of stop signs and the crosswalk here. So the crosswalk right between the Senior Center and Generations Park has a lot of traffic from kids and people using the trail. And so it's really important that people come to a full stop at both of those stop signs and be very mindful of the crosswalk. You know, protect their kids, protect their elders, everyone who's using it. Make sure you slow down and come to a complete stop.
For those of you who don't know Travis Solomon, he is probably, or was probably, the greatest lacrosse goalie there was. It was Travis's vision for the park, Generations Park itself. So it's important that we respect the box, right? That you clean up after yourself, you don't leave a mess, because doing so, you're dishonoring a great man. And I think we all need to do our part. And, you know, especially for the parents, I understand how tough it is to be a parent, but please don't just drop your kids off and leave them there, because it's important that you spend time with your children. If it's at the lacrosse box, if it's at the park. I realize that you know, it's virtually impossible to be with your child all the time, but you know, a little bit of supervision goes a long way. You should treat the park and the box like you would treat if it was in your backyard. The community of Akwesasne owns the park. So I think you know, there's that whole thing of pride and ownership. And I truly believe that. So it takes a community respecting the park and the box and each other, really.